Hey everyone, Tyler here again with another video from our service department. Today we're going to go over idle adjustment. Any of your carbureted Janus motorcycles, so that's all of our 250 line, has a carburetor. Obviously, most of you are going to know that, and some of you may have a problem with the idle every now and then. It's perfectly normal for your carburetor's idle to be out of adjustment every now and then. It can be adjusted based on weather conditions, so you're talking barometric pressure, moisture in the atmosphere, and overall temperature are all going to affect how that bike idles. So today we're going to go over how to adjust that idle for you. It's a very simple and easy process. So obviously start the bike, let it get nice and warmed up. You cannot set that idle on a cold engine. So after your bike is nice and warm, you'll know it's warm and ready to go when you can run it without the choke. That choke needs to be completely off. That will determine whether or not your bike is going to idle properly or not. So this bike has been warmed up already, and you can see if I let go of this throttle, the idle cuts out. It's just a little too low. So I'm going to take my screwdriver here. It's just a long flathead screwdriver, and we're going to adjust this idle on here. You're going to come down to the side of the carburetor on the right-hand side of the bike. This here is your throttle plate, your throttle control for the carburetor, and right inside here you will see a small flathead screw right in here. That is your idle adjustment. Now this is only adjusting your idle. This is not going to adjust your fuel mixtures, your ratios, anything else like that. This just controls how much fuel makes it into the carburetor when there's no throttle applied. So I'm going to take my flathead here. It's just a long skinny flathead. Get it on that screw, and we're going to make very minute adjustments. We're talking 1/8 of a turn or less at a time. To increase your idle, you're going to tighten that screw. You're going to turn it in. So we're going to start this bike back up now that I made a small turn. And it's not quite there yet. So I'm going to turn it up just a little bit more. Another about 1/8 of a turn. Now we're looking for roughly 1500 to 1800 RPM is about a good idle spot. I try to set it for about 16. Yep, see, and we're still not quite there. And this can take a long time. Like I said, you want your engine to be at full operating temperature. Make another little adjustment here. You may not hear that change immediately. There we go. You'll notice if I turn this back too far, your engine's going to try to rev up on its own. Now, obviously you don't want that, so I'm going to turn this back down. There you go. That's how you adjust your idle on your 250 carburetor.